Hey my friends, after playing Rav for a couple of years, I've come to really appreciate the warm tone that the older Ravs have. The newer ones are much louder and much brighter, and I think for some scales that sounds great, but I prefer my Celtic and my Anolio scale to be a little bit warmer rather than bright. So my solution to this has been to make modifications to the Rav itself. And this will in no way harm your instrument. Doesn't change anything permanently, but it'll allow you to have a different sound option. If I was busking, I would want to use the original rim on this, because it's louder and brighter and can be heard at a further distance. If I was recording, I would want less of the finger noise and the sort of talking of notes, so I'd want to use the thicker rim. So I'm going to show you what each of them sounds like, and then show you how to replace the rim, and where I purchased my new rim cover. So let's take a look at that. This is with the original rim. Now, to alter this sound a little bit, I'm going to remove the original rim, and this rim comes off very easily. You look for the gap in it, and you just lift up that part. And these are just held on by tension, so you're not ruining the glue. There's no issue in taking them off, as nerve-wracking as it may be. You just peel them off. And this is something that's useful to do, once a month or so, or just to clean underneath where the Rav is covered by the rim, because rust can sometimes appear under here, just where it's not exposed. So this is the Rav without the rim. You can see it's spot welded here. And the Rav as well, it's good to take note of the serial number, which is at the bottom of this. It's probably hard to see on here. I can put a picture up. If you ever were to lose your Rav and it got taken, you know the serial number for your Rav. You'd be able to reference that if it was ever found. So it's a good thing to remember. So the particular rim that I purchased was just one I got from eBay. It's a slightly thicker rim, so it's going to dampen the sound a little bit, but it's going to remove some of those frequencies that I'm not looking for when I'm recording, not so much when I'm busking. And to put them back on, you're literally just pushing them up against the edge and flattening it all the way around. I'm going to show you a close up of that as well. Close-up view of what I was doing. So there's a little opening in the rim, and you're just pushing that flat against the Rav. And this one's a little bit looser, so you might have to pinch it down with pliers or something to increase the amount of tension that it's putting on it. And then this one, I didn't hammer in all the way, but once you're done with it, it should fit snugly all the way around it. You could hammer it in if you wanted to hammer it in, but just for demonstration purposes, that's alright. So when you get it, you're going to get one long piece, probably 12 feet, so you'll want to trim off this section once you've wrapped it around, wherever it ends. And now I'm going to give you an idea of what it sounds like with this thicker rim on it. And it's a subtle, but it's significant sound. So let's listen to that. I hope the difference in sound came across clearly. Having a separate rim is a good option for people who do a lot of recording or people who busk but want a different tone for playing somewhere. Both rims sound great. The thicker rim, again, is diminishing some of the echoey, bright noises that the Ravs have because they're so loud now. But it doesn't diminish the tonal quality or really the length of the sustain of the notes. So I hope this is useful for those who wish to change the tone of their Rav a little bit for recording or just to dampen the finger noise a little bit. And be on the lookout for a bunch of new videos in the next week or so. Stay well.